Hey, this is Brother Teacher. Guys, have you ever come across a woman who insisted that you establish who you were at the beginning of the relationship? Wanted you to put all the cards on the table and let her know virtually everything about you? But she didn't do that. As a matter of fact, she was faking the funk, pretending she was someone that she wasn't giving you the information about her past that may affect your present. So why should she think that you're going to divulge anything about you of any substance? It's not fair. You see, when you come into a relationship and we're dealing with two adults, and you say, well, hi, my name is, and she says, hi, my name is, then you begin to open up the door to finding out about one another's likes, dislikes, past uh, indiscretions, not necessarily for gossip's sake, but those things that could possibly affect your present relationship. All of the rest of it, you don't need to know. You don't need to know who she dated, and she doesn't need to know who you dated, when you dated, and so forth. But minimally, she needs to know if you're married or married still, if you have children, how many children you have, are you active in your children's lives, do you still deal with your previous relationship in some capacity or another? And the same is true for her. She can't be straddling the fence. She can't still be partially in a relationship that she's supposed to be out of when she's with you now, gentlemen. She needs to tell you about her past in terms of, I was married, or I'm still married. I have X amount of children. My children are under the age of 18, or my children are grown. I live alone, or I live with my mom, or whoever, whatever the case is. And if she has any interactions with her previous relationship, so it does not spill over into and affect her potential present relationship with you. It should be that way. She ain't special, where she can demand anything of you that she's not willing to divulge of her own self. It's really not that difficult. It's not complex at all. All it takes is just simply doing it. But you have the type of woman that wants to carry all of these secrets. She wants to do all of these things in the shadows, stealth mode behind your back. Now, this is not every woman. I'm only talking about this type of woman because there are some very decent women, as there are very decent men. But as much as there are decent men and women, there are some not so decent, honorable, and noble men and women as well. So, bear this in mind. Which one are you getting, guys? Are you getting a woman? So, I don't get it how women expect men to supposedly somehow come clean and divulge their life to them and they won't reciprocate. I've heard women say in time past that the relationship is supposed to be equal. It can't be completely equal because men have things that men do and men are responsible for, and women have things that they are responsible for. So it's not equal in that respect. But in terms of respect for one another, it's supposed to be equal. In terms of love for one another, it's supposed to be equal. In terms of consideration for one another, it's supposed to be equal. In terms of caring for one another, it's supposed to be equal. And in caring, you're supposed to care enough to tell your partner about you and your past if it's going to affect them again in the present. So, when a woman wants a man to open up, she needs to open up as well and not carry any baggage and or secrets that's going to affect their relationship. short or long term. And it should happen on both sides, as I said. So, this is how a relationship should actually be. Now, I will say this, and I've said this in past videos as well. Before you move into a home together, the man and the woman, or a couple, whoever you are, you need to get to know one another before you move in. People can paint a picture of themselves when you initially meet them on either side and give you the impression of who you think they want to see, and that's not who they really are. And once you move in together, you see the real them show up, because it's like all bets are off. Now you see me for who I really am. And when certain circumstances arise, you see them for who they really are. And you don't necessarily see that in the early part of the relationship, especially when you're dating. So I was just looking at my notes. I just wanted to make sure I didn't miss anything. So, again, in conclusion, if a woman wants a man to reveal himself upfront and everything about himself, not necessarily everything, it shouldn't be everything. It should only be those things that's pertinent to your relationship and your future. The woman should do the same. That's all I'm saying. Now, if you've been in a relationship with a man, ladies, and he had some secrets, some deep dark secrets that came back to haunt and bite both of you all and affect your relationship in a negative way, let us know about it. And the same thing is true with you guys. If you've been in a relationship with a woman who brought some baggage to the relationship and she wasn't upfront with you, and somewhere down the road she automatically have these things coming to haunt both of you all and affecting you in a negative way, let us know that as well. Or did your past even matter at all? Did you find yourself not even having to disclose anything about your past, and you just had a homogeneous kind of relationship and you got along very well? I would like to know that as well. So I'm going to say again before I go, men should not have to bear their all to any woman that they come into a potential relationship with if the woman is not willing to bear her all, because she ain't special. Let me say it again. She ain't that special. I'm out.